Welcome back, everybody, to Overreaction Lunes with the Compas. I'm Fernando Ramirez. With me, as always, my co-host, my tag team partner, Gilbert Manzano. What's up, bro?
What's up, Fernando? Are you at home? Are you in New York or
No,
New
I'm at home.
Jersey? Are you trying to
No,
follow around Aaron Rodgers? He's not on
I
the cart
wish.
anymore. No,
I
okay.
wish. No, I wish. That'd be awesome to see him pregame. Like, yeah, I saw that they tweeted out no cart for him. It's getting closer. If the Jets win tonight, 5-3, and then with the Bills losing last night, I mean, we're gonna get into all of that, but I mean, who knows? I mean, the Manhattan Milf Hunter is doing his thing, and if they can keep on winning these games, I don't know. And then they play next Sunday night against the Raiders, which obviously the Raiders had a huge win against the Giants, but I see that more as the Chargers, like what the Chargers did last week against the Bears, just beat down a team that's not good.
Well, Fernando, it sounds like you're rooting for the Jets to win, so you get your Aaron Rodgers story on track. And what about the Chargers? The Chargers
Nah,
fans are here in the comments. They don't want that to
I
happen.
ain't rooting for nobody. I just
Come
think
on.
it's an interesting storyline that I've been saying since week 2, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. But obviously tonight the Chargers face the Jets in about little, I don't know, 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, because it's the Chargers, Justin Herbert against the Muhammad Salah. I watched some football over. No, Mohamed Salah is over in. He plays for Liverpool. Robert Salah's defense, Sauce Gardner. There's a lot of interesting storylines when it comes to tonight's game, especially because the Jets can't run the football. The Chargers haven't been, or the Jets can't stop the run. The Chargers haven't been able to run the football consistently. Don't listen to Gilbert. I don't know why. I don't know why you guys
People are upset, Fran.
listening.
They're upset with you now.
I
You
don't know
want
why
to
you
see
guys are
Aaron
listening.
Rodgers play so badly. You're going to do it at the Chargers' expense? Come on, man.
No, I don't know why. Didn't I just say the Raiders? It'd be interesting to watch that. Joe Morley's going to get on me for that one. But no, it's an interesting storyline. There's a lot of good. Both teams are obviously needing this game, especially with the AFC East. The Jets could be the first team, or the first AFC East team this weekend to win a game, while the Broncos were on bye, the Raiders won, the Chiefs won. So I'm telling you, there's a lot of storylines with this game tonight.
All right, well, Fernando, we got to ask you the question: what do the Chargers need to do to beat the Jets and Zach Wilson, your boy? Run the football.
Run the football, and make Zach Wilson beat you. That's just going to be the key tonight. If they can run, I've been saying this. I wrote about it last week. Joshua Kelly needs more snaps. They have, they really, I mean, they obviously gave him the football the first 3 weeks without Austin Eckler, but they haven't given it to him since Austin Eckler came back. Gilbert, you were there. I remember the Melvin Gordon, Austin Eckler package. What was that? It was Austin Eckler was sometimes at receiver, so everybody would be fixated on that with Keenan Allen, with other guys on the field, and then Melvin Gordon would be in the backfield, and Phillip would hand him off the football or do stuff like that. That kind of creativity, I think, opens up an offense, and I don't think the Chargers have done that since Melvin Gordon departed. I think they need to get back to that. Try and get Josh Kelly and Austin Eckler on the field together. You saw what Philly was doing last night. They had 2 backs next to Jalen Hurts. One back would kind of open up and kind of play fullback in a sense, while the other one would run behind him. Dude, be creative. That's the thing that they need to do. Stop listening to Gilbert. Damn.
You started it, man.
No, I did not. You're the one that asked me. You asked me.
Well, for your point, Fernando, you've been saying run the freaking football for the longest, and now they really have to. Joshua Palmer is on IR. You could tell me about Jalen Guyton possibly playing, but they're going to need, these running backs to step up. Still no Corey Linsley, and you're playing a very good Jets defense. Yes, Justin Herbert is awesome. He's amazing, but when you're one-dimensional, that is going to be a recipe for disaster. So you're correct in running the football, Fernando.
Exactly. I mean, the thing is that they haven't done it, and they haven't done it well. And obviously, I mean, the Chargers coaching staff can tell us, yeah, Will Clapp has done great. He's a serviceable guy. It's still a huge drop-off, like huge, like monumental drop-off from what Corey Linsley is, from what Corey Linsley has meant to this team, what Corey Linsley meant to the Green Bay Packers. I mean, we all know what kind of a center that guy is, and everything's kind of flipped since he left. I mean, everybody's like, I know fans are asking, why can't we run the football the way we did week 1? Week 1, you had the guy. So it's going to be a little bit different, but I still think the strongest way to run the football is behind Rashawn Slater. I know Rashawn's been dealing with some injuries here and there, but I still think running the football behind that guy's a tank. I think he'll open it up. That's when they scored that long run, that 49-yard run against the Chiefs with Joshua Kelly. They ran it that side. So I did think they need to run the football on defense, put the pressure. The offensive line of the Jets is beat up in a sense. Like they have some guys are coming back, some guys are still injured though. They need to get to Zach Wilson if they can, and obviously they've done a better job of stopping the run this year. But I just think it's because everybody knows they can throw all day against this secondary. So, and I know I saw Chris Rim, great story on ESPN. I saw that, but now there is no J.C. Jackson to blame. Now this is the secondary. The secondary has to step up. Michael Davis has to step up. Asante Samuel Jr. These guys need to step up and say, hey, you're not going to throw it on us the way you kind of have been these past 7 weeks. But yeah, I mean, if they can make Zach Wilson try and beat them, then this game will be different. But I just don't know. Joey Bosa said he finally is starting to feel healthy again, which is obviously a great thing for this defense. But the question is, can you? No, I know. I know you are. And honestly, we appreciate you guys. Hey, that's awesome, bro. I honestly, I'm gonna give you one. What's up, bro? Appreciate you for doing that, man. That's awesome. No, I know you're trolling. Hey, I have thick skin. I'm a thick guy, but I have thick skin. You guys can lay it on me. I don't care. I love the trash talking. I mean, you guys know Dan and Diego is my little brother. So if I'm not used to the trash talking, then that's not the brother.
Let's face it, Fernando. Most weeks you guys are putting the blame on me. Your brother, leads the parade of, hey, blame that guy, blame that guy. So we had to do it to you.
You don't know what's in store for you this week.
I don't even know what your brother has because the Chiefs won, the Ravens won, all his teams that he likes.
Hold on,
and the Lions and the Jaguars were in the bye week. So I don't know.
He has some stuff for you. So don't worry.
We'll find out because I don't know what the heck he could talk about this week unless. By the way, my picks, I'm putting a lot. I'm not gonna say this, but I'm doing well on my picks, and I do need the Chargers to win, and we'll see. But that's the only thing I think.
Okay, how do you see this game?
I think you're right on saying force Zach Wilson to beat you, but I think you have to take it up a notch. You got to force this guy to make a turnover, commit mistakes, get a pick six, get a crucial fumble, and I know the offense is banged up, and you brought up a great point. Joey Bosa is now. He's healthy. He's feeling himself. And then on the offensive side, they got Quentin Johnson involved against the Bears. Like, those are two playmakers on both sides of the ball that I feel like are going to be big. But going back to Zach Wilson, Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, Thule, put pressure on this guy and force him to make mistakes because when Zach Wilson is doing well, he needs to be in rhythm. And he also has kind of like, he needs to have the mindset. Like, if he's in a confident groove, he's feeling himself, that's when he does the bootlegs and he does kind of the backyard football and he's slinging the ball down the field. But you could tell this guy, if it's not going right early, he beats himself up. He's not mentally there, and his confidence gets a little shaken early on. I know, was it Joey Bosa that questioned Derek Carr's confidence? I know Zach Wilson's a little bit like that. So you put pressure on a young quarterback and you make him struggle. Oh, guess what? Also, you're one-dimensional. Breece Hall can't go off unless Zach Wilson's making plays. Like, yes, they're quick dump balls and short throws of Garrett Wilson, but that is enough balance for Breece Hall to go off. So put pressure on the kid.
And Dalvin's going to cause problems too if
he's kind of been off, but he could.
But with this team, if you've been struggling, yeah.
But it's a good thing for this. You mentioned a second there, like they have to be very aware of Garrett Wilson, but that's why they were in on Devonta Adams and Mike Evans because they don't have that many options. So it could be, I don't want to say an easier day for the secondary, but focus on that guy. And the DBs play a little free and they're able to kind of make some plays too, Fernando. But, on the flip side,
these are receivers for Aaron Rodgers, Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb.
The offense was built for Rodgers too. So everything was kind of different. But, I don't want to shy away from the Justin Herbert pressure. I think there's going to be a big time game for Herbert to shut up some people and say, yeah, that I'm getting paid a bunch of money, but look at me on primetime, Monday Night Football. All my receivers are down, my offensive linemen are down. We need this victory to crawl back into the playoff picture because I'm looking at the Bengals at 5-3 and they're in the 7th seed. Why can't the Chargers join the parade here? They have a slow start too. So, Herbert definitely earn it. and get a win here. But I really want to see the defense pressure Zach Wilson.
Jets defense against Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Jalen Hurts, 8 interceptions. Jets defense against Dak Prescott, Mac Jones, Russell Wilson, Tyrod Taylor, Tommy DeVito, 0 interceptions. So
interesting.
That's going to be, and I know I'll catch flack for this, but basically, if you want to win tonight, you have to treat Zach Wilson like Caleb Williams. Make him go to his mama and cry. So that's basically what you're gonna.
Oh, hot take. Okay, you did not like that. I can tell. All right. Good point.
Yeah. Hey, we'll get into that more on Compas. But it's funny. I see a lot of Charger fans kind of arguing on Twitter, and they're like, "Well, Sauce is going to take away Quentin. Well, Sauce is going to take away Keenan. Well, how many Sauces do you guys know that are on the field? Like, whoever's not on him, and even that's another thing too. What I told Dan and Dago on the preview episode, you can't shy away from Sauce Gardner just because he's Sauce Gardner. Like I remember there was a game where Philip is like, "Are you still gonna go? Are you gonna go at Darrelle Revis?" Yeah, why wouldn't I? And it's like, no, it was Richard Sherman against the Seahawks. So definitely, but definitely, yeah. No, I agree with this. You have to move Keenan around. And that's the thing about Keenan. You can move him around. You can do different things with him. I think that's going to be interesting to see the way the Chargers use him tonight. Another thing I've liked where Keenan lines up sometimes at the running back position. I've seen him line up back there with Herbert. I think that's pretty smart, but you have to use that not that, but you need to be creative consistently. Dan and Dago's been shouting from the rooftops. Why has Darius Davis not gotten involved more with this offense in the last few weeks? Why have you gone away from him? And you mentioned it at the beginning. What's up with Jalen Guyton? Remember, and I know Charger fans are very excited about Jalen Guyton coming back, but remember, Jalen Guyton is not 5 catches for 50 yards kind of receiver. He is down the field stretching. He'll make 1 or 2 big-time catches down the field, but that's basically it in a sense. So that's another thing that I think Charger fans kind of need to have realistic. They need to have realistic. Holy crap. Gilbert, go to the next one.
Okay, but it's always rare when somebody says you're right, Gilberto. I like that. So
there you go. Yeah,
I'll take it. And then here, Athir, go ahead, Fernando.
Athir, you always, brother, you always come up with some crazy ass shit. Like that is really a bold prediction. He said, "My bold prediction: Jets' great defense will get exposed by Herbert. Chargers win 31-13.
Whoa!
Herbert 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. Damn, dude, I want some of that positivity sauce that you put on your eggs and ham in the morning. Damn, that's crazy. But yeah, no, the Chargers are gonna have to move the football. This kind of feels, Gilbert, like that San Francisco game last year, where they're going up against the number 1 defense. They don't really have they didn't have Keenan, they didn't have Mike. They went in there with the little Wes Welker. What was his name?
Michael Bandy. There you go.
Michael Bandy. They went in with Josh Palmer and they went in with DeAndre Carter. Kind of feels exactly. That's another thing too. He's not in game shape. He hasn't played since last year. Exactly. It has to be extra. You can't. I'm not saying don't count on him, but you can't count on him to have like all these like yards and yards after catch and do all that. He hasn't played since week 3 against Jacksonville last year. So I agree with that. You have to expect something extra. You can't be like, oh, well, we have Guyton too. No, Guyton has to be kind of a secondary option in a sense. So, but that's what I'm saying. But Gilbert, I just don't, I think this is going to be an ugly game. I think it's going to be a lot of back and forth, but that's how the game was last year against San Francisco. It was ugly. It was a slugfest back and forth. And then obviously at the end, the 49ers were able to pull it off. But I think the Chargers really need this game is about their defense. Can the Chargers defense keep Zach Wilson out of the end zone? Can they keep the running backs at bay? That's going to be key tonight. They have to do this game is going to rest on both defenses, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's Brandon Staley on primetime. That's another one. Like if he has like a questionable 4th down or his defense getting lit up, people won't be happy. It's a primetime game. So, challenge Brandon Staley and his players. You got the extra day of rest, you beat down the Bears, you're confident. Like right now is the game to make a statement, especially with a defense. Like I know I'm putting the focus on Staley, but like you got Derwin, you got Mac and Bosa. You get so much talent. I know the cornerbacks could be questionable, but Asante's making plays every single week. Yeah. Davis plays better in man. We know that, so we'll see what they do with the coverages there. But it's a big time game for the defense. I know I'm putting the focus on Herbert too, But Staley's defense right here, step up in a pivotal game on Monday Night Football, and you can easily climb back. Fernando, they'll be 4-4, right? Back to 500. They're back in the race.
Big game next week against the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, that'd be a big time game. And then like I think it'll be 4-4. They're only one game away from the 7th seed in the AFC, and it's also the 5 seed and the 6 seed because the Steelers, Browns, and Bengals, they're all 5-3. It's right there for you if the Chargers win tonight.
And not just that, but I mean, the Chiefs are on their bye week. So, next Monday night, Philly at Kansas City. They're both on their bye week. They play each other on Monday Night Football. That's going to be an interesting game. And then the Chiefs would travel to, and I'm not saying that the division isn't completely out of hand, because listen to this. It's Eagles at Chiefs, Chiefs at Raiders, which, I mean, might not be as a slam dunk if they keep on this motivation. I'm not saying that they're going to beat the Chiefs would lose, but that offense, Gilbert, is starting to get concerning. We'll get into that. Chiefs at Packers, Bills at Chiefs, and then Chiefs at Patriots. That's not as easy as what the Chargers better not make Zach Wilson look like Joe Namath. Dude, can you imagine a fur coat after and just, I knew we were going to go out there. Afir, we're going to get to your Eagles stuff right now when we talk about the Eagles in a little bit. The AFC is open for everybody right now. Exactly. Let me show the comment. That's exactly right. The AFC is open. It's not like the NFC where it's like the Eagles, a gap, 49ers, a gap, and then kind of some of the, that's how I would put it. And then there's kind of I know that the 49ers are struggling, but still, I mean,
we're not dudes, we're Compas, but I'm just messing with you. Good point, though.
Yeah, but the AFC is wide open. They just need this game. That's the thing. The Chargers really do need this game to stay in the AFC, especially because, like I mentioned on What's Up Bolts, they're 1-3 in the conference. Gilbert, you need this win. Your only victories against the Raiders in conference play. You need this victory to be 2-3, and then no, you're look at you, Gilbert, making people feel bad. But you're 2-3 in the, if you're 2-3 in the conference, 4-4, you're right back in it. So that's the thing. And I know the Chargers, like you mentioned, there's pressure on everybody here. There's pressure on Staley, there's pressure on Herbert, and there's pressure on this defense. So guys need to step up, and it's going to be an interesting game. But I'm not going to lie, I did pick the Jets to win. I just think it's there's too many outliers that I don't like about the Chargers.
Have we heard some of them right now, or the one you haven't brought up you want to bring up?
I don't like that Josh Palmer is now all of a sudden, like, now that he's out, that's hard.
Games? Yeah.
That's tough. And especially because, and it's funny, Pop brought it up this week on when he asked Brandon Staley, but he's like, you guys face like teams with winning records the next few games. You guys are 1-9 against those teams, or against teams with winning records since last year. Like, and then Brandon Staley's like, oh, this is what we're gonna show what we have, blah blah blah, same old, or not same old, but this is what,
something different. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. So you have to win these games. These games coming up are very important. I think the only losing team that they have is against the Packers, and even that game is going to be tough because the Packers have been grinding teams out. Their defense is stout. Like, it's been tough. So yeah, they face the Lions and they go to the Packers. That's going to be tough. Then they come back and face the Ravens, and then they go to the Patriots where JC Jackson is going to be sitting there waiting for them. So
I can't wait for that one.
That's going to be an interesting game. I mean, honestly, like I really want to see what happens that game. But yeah, Gilbert, I mean, and football gods, do not do this. Let JC Jackson be healthy for that game. Like, I want to, don't let him go on IR or miss the game. Nothing. No.
Well, first he has to agree to go on the field. If the coaches say get in the field.
So there you go. You're such a, you're right. I was waiting for that
one more thing before you move on here. Like, I just want to see Quentin Johnson have like a big time game. And I know the 5 yards of 50 for 5 catches for 50 yards was nice, but give me something down the field. Quentin Johnson and Athir, I feel we're saying this, Papa Fernando will play in the second half for the Jets as QB. Yeah, you could be the backup right now, Fernando. Why not? Are you doing like the little kid that's playing Cam Newton in that commercial?
Yeah.
I just want to see Quentin Johnson go off. Can this be the game where
That's what everybody's waiting for.
like I know people are waiting for Jalen Guyton bombs, but Quentin has speed and he has size. Why can't he be the guy who gets the ball down the field too? But I want to see something like that. That's what I'm looking forward to in this game, and it's gonna be a tough one, Fernando. And yeah, I'm excited for this one. We'll see what happens, but I am ready. Let's see other comments.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. They need to build momentum because the next few weeks they have legit, confidence builders, exactly. So yeah, I completely agree with you guys. But yeah, let's go on to the Bills at the Cincinnati Bengals. Gilbert, this one, the Bengals they had a 2-touchdown lead. Bills come back, score a touchdown, but then that was it. 24-18. Joe Burrow, 31-44, 348, 2 touchdowns. T. Higgins freaking screwed me in fantasy. 8 catches, 110 yards. I benched him because he hadn't been doing anything. Josh Allen, 26-38, 258, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Diggs, 6 for 86, 1 touchdown. Dalton Kincaid has been turning it on as of late, but obviously they haven't won games. 10 for 81. Gilbert, I think it's pretty clear what's happening right now. The Bills are starting to wake up. They're starting to jump back in there. And I think the Bills are kind of starting to unravel a little bit. They have too many. I've told you.
You mean the Bengals woke up and the Bills are unraveling?
Did I see the Bills are waking up?
Waking
My
up.
bad. The Bengals are waking up. And then the Bengals are waking up. They're playing well. The only thing is Jamar Chase may be out for a little bit, but then on the other side, the Bills are starting to unravel with all their injuries. I don't know how it's going to be pretty soon coming up between. I know people say, I know people are going to say, oh, wait, like the Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen isn't a storyline. I still think it is. And that might be coming for a divorce if they don't make the playoffs or they get bounced out soon. That could be headed for a divorce. But Gilbert, what did you make of this game?
Yeah, first of all, I'm gonna answer Alonso's comment here. Did you already talk about Savage CJ Stroud? He's trying to rub it in
fantasy football.
Yeah, because I dropped him in fantasy football, and Alonso picked him up like a vulture, and he went off for him. But CJ Stroud is really good. We probably will get to him on Tuesday's show because he's amazing, and maybe for rapid fire too, right, Fernando?
Yeah,
but right now it's about the Bengals and Athir. I wanted to really rave about the Bengals right now. You say the Ravens are the best team in the AFC, not even close. And I will counter with the Bengals, but Fernando, you reminded me, Jamar Chase being hurt with the back injury is very concerning. If you don't have him healthy, you're not the best team in the AFC. But here's why the Bengals are better than the Bills and why maybe Joe Burrow is better than Josh Allen too, because
that's not even a question.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, fine. I wanted to kind of add some little debate spice here. But when Joe Burrow's throwing passes to Drew Sample and Tanner Hudson and Irv Smith Jr., the 3 tight ends, and you see Allen over there trying his hardest to get guys involved like Kincaid and Diggs and Gabe Davis. Like, I think those 3 guys are much better than those 3 that I just mentioned. So Joe Burrow's movement in the pocket is outstanding. And it comes easy for him. He's just a pinpoint assassin. And with Josh Allen, he has to work really hard. And when he doesn't have like a running game, it's even harder. And he's playing hero ball and he's making turnovers. And Joe Burrow's like, okay, Mick, so you're not doing anything today. I'll just kind of extend plays here and throw it down the field with T. Higgins. No worry. Like he's healthy now. The calf is okay. And Fernando, if you want me to make your brother happy, I might even say Joe Burrow is better than Patrick Mahomes. Like, that's how great he's been right now. Like he's the Seahawks, the 49ers, and the Bills, 3 consecutive games. Like, that is pretty outstanding for a quarterback to do, especially with a kind of a gimpy calf. I think he's healthy now. But before I move on, I'll read the comment here. More worried about the Bengals than the Bills, really. Okay, they always find their way to be in the championship game.
No, he's talking about he's more worried about facing the Bengals than he is the Bills.
So the Chargers.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, because he's like they always find a way to the AFC Championship.
Yeah,
man, I just saw a crazy stat today. Joe Burrow is 5-1 against Mahomes and Josh Allen, playoffs included. Like, the dude just wins. I mean, and the thing is, he was a bad offensive line away. Like, in that Super Bowl, if you guys go back and look at that play, if Aaron Donald doesn't make that play, Jamar Chase had beaten Jalen Ramsey like a drum. Like, he was wide open down the field. He definitely would have caught that ball and walked into the end zone, and that would have been all she wrote, and he would have had a ring. But obviously, the Rams pulled it off, and here we are. But But I completely agree with you. I think the Bengals are starting to kind of learn. And you know what crazy? I mean, Burrow spent all that time with the trash offensive line. He learned from all those sacks. I completely agree with that.
He's
learned
in the pocket, man. He can move
no,
around.
not just that. Burrow throws the ball away. A lot of quarterbacks don't do that nowadays. They don't throw the ball away.
Yeah. And it's not like a reckless extending play. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna be smart and then throw it away.
Exactly. So I think that's very smart in his book. But honestly, I think the Bills, you have to be worried about what Josh Allen cannot go a game without throwing a pick. And it's kind of getting worrisome at this point, because I remember everybody like a couple of years ago crowned him and they're like, oh, he's the best quarterback in the NFL. And I'm kind of like, I don't know about that, but he did well moving like Michael Jackson in the pocket now. Oh my God, that is great. I love that. Yeah, exactly.
Good comparison.
Speaking of, well, no, I'm not gonna say it. Well, this is his season though. Joe Burrow. It's Christmas season coming up. He looks like Macaulay Culkin. Yeah. It's his season, so
you noticed he has like a nice new hairstyle, and he has like the new fake teeth.
He still looks like him. He still looks like
maybe he's trying to go away from the look. I don't know.
No, you can't. That's what he needs to dress up as for Halloween or for Christmas.
Did you see that Justin Herbert for Halloween was
Anakin Skywalker?
That was great. Yeah, I like seeing that.
Dude, I'm so moonwalking the pocket. I thought that was a perfect costume, because like you should have seen Dan and Dago on What's Up Bolts. Like he's like, it's coming. He's like, he's gonna kill the younglings, and I started dying. Wait, he's like, not younglings, but
a little like, dark. But
no, I know. But we were playing
during the mustache too, man.
I know, but we were playing. Like I played real quick, no copyright. I played the video of him, like when the young Jedis go, or the younglings go, Master Skywalker, there's too many of them. What are we gonna do? And he turns on the saber. Mm-hmm. Daniel's like, that's the rest of the NFL scared, and then I just started laughing. I was like, oh my God. So it was definitely yeah, but his costume was amazing. Like he definitely he's looked like him since he was a kid. Like every single Star Wars movie, he's looked exactly like Anakin Skywalker. So definitely
when he reaches full Darth Vader mode, I'm just wondering what he's gonna do for an appearance, man. Like you can't wear a mask the whole time.
I wanted to ask him at the presser, be like, hey, like who gave you that idea? Because somebody in his inner circle has to like look at Twitter and know that Charger fans always compare him to Anakin Skywalker, and that's why he decided to do this. But
next Halloween, he better show up with the full Darth Vader outfit. Like that'd be perfect.
Yo,
like for a game, like a big time game, just on a full on Darth Vader outfit. Like was it Miles Garrett wearing the Stranger Things, or was it?
Dude, oh well, you saw that. I got Keenan Allen in the Jason.
Oh yeah.
Jason mask. I mean, yeah, exactly. Can you imagine if he just went up there and he just like in full gear, like the press conference, just exactly like
what a dumb question like this.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, going back to the Bengals and Bills, just to end it out.
Yeah.
At least what am I trying? What I'm trying to say is at least the Bengals try and like run the football. The Bills just, as soon as it doesn't work, they go away from it. Or they have Josh Allen run the football, and that's kind of
frustrating.
Yeah, because I mean, I've told you that I think Josh Allen is one hard hit away for. I mean, everybody is, but like, you don't want his body to take all that punishment that he has in his first few years. Like, you kind of want to go away from that. And again, I'm gonna say it: Brian Daboll is missing from this Bills team. Ever since he left, this offense hasn't been the same. It doesn't look the same. It doesn't click the same. I mean, who knows? Maybe the perfect marriage is if the Giants kick him to the curb, the Bills just pick him back up and hire him back. But it's just it's really a bad look overall for the Bills. But the Bengals, I think right now for Joe Burrow, this might be a good time to kind of, like you said, try and find some other weapons, try and build a better connection with those guys, because in the playoffs, it's going to literally, and I know that's always a cliche that everybody says, but it's going to take everybody on the team that dresses out for that game. It's going to take all of them. So right now might be a good opportunity for that. The Bengals do face Gilbert, the Texans next weekend. Then they go to the Ravens on a short week. They go on a short week next Thursday night, November 16th. Yeah. Bengals at Ravens, then Steelers at Bengals, then Bengals at Jaguars. Oh, they better hope they get Jamar Chase back.
You know what's funny, Fernando? Like technically the Bengals are still in last place in the AFC North, and obviously they're the last seed in the AFC, but like they're great and all. And if they go into the playoff as the number 7 seed and with this clicking, like I don't know if I could trust them to win 3 games in a row on the road. That's gonna be tough. So that game when you mentioned it against Baltimore, like they better catch up and win that division because this new format makes it difficult here.
Yeah, yes, but I mean, we've kind of seen it before. I mean, if we're being honest, like
but that was like the old format when you didn't get the 1 seed bye and everybody had to kind of go the long way, you know? Like, yeah. I think every 1 seed has made it into the Super Bowl ever since the new format. It's kind of concerning.
Josh, are you talking about Jonathan Taylor or who are you talking about when you say
maybe Aaron a fantasy football question, Josh? Fantasy football question, maybe?
That's Gilberto, because he had to text me on Friday. Hey, dude, fix your lineup. I was like, damn, no me gonna eat this.
Hey, so, I'll just say people were screaming at me to tell you that to fix your lineup. So you got people going and in the fantasy
that's not bad. I completely forget about everything, and it was Dan and Dago's last football game, so I was kind of focused on that. So,
but Josh, real quick on the Thursday show, I'll have more answers for the fantasy football because right now my mind is still in week 9, but I'll get to week 10 soon. And I know Taylor didn't do much. Jones was decent, but
Jonathan Taylor scored though, right?
I did he? Yeah, but he had like 40. Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, so the touchdown, then that's good. I know he had like 40 yards rushing, but I don't know who the Colts are playing or the Packers. I'm not there yet mentally yet. Sorry.
Gardner Minshew is Gardner. They should have won 2 or 3 more games. By the way, did you see the Bob Irsay like having a freaking like? Well, I don't want to say this S word, but
yeah,
I don't know what the hell he was doing. He's just and then grabbing onto and Shane Steichen is trying to pull away, and I think he was like, "Hey, hold me up, young fellow. What are you doing?" Like, yeah. So
that was uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Josh does. Yeah, you're right. Josh does do too much Superman stuff. Cam Newton, that's actually a good. Yeah, I remember Cam used to do that stuff all the time. Like he would take a beating, and I mean they would win and everything, but Cam was suffering. By the way, did you hear Cam Newton's story today? On there's a story out where Cam Newton said that Jimmy Clausen, the former Notre Dame quarterback that was with the
he took his job. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So he asked Jimmy how much or he's like, can I have the number 2? And Jimmy goes, yeah, for $1 million. And he's like, $1 million? Like, get the hell out of here. $1 million, like not even, what did he say? Not even regular folk don't even see $1 million in their lifetime. So then he's like, hey, come on, like for real. Like, he's like, well, I talked to my people and they said you can have it for $750,000. And he's like, this dude is for real. Like, I was like, damn, all right. But definitely interesting Cam Newton story.
And that's why he wore number 1. I had no idea.
Oh, and he's like, I'm going to make sure that this MFer never plays in the league again. And then I'm like, damn, like, hey, the job got finished though. I mean, he did in a sense, he did do that. But
by the way, Jimmy Clausen would have been better than Brett Rippon this weekend. Shout out to Johnny G. I'm sure that was frustrating to watch.
Dude, it's bad. Athir, stop, dude. We're only halfway through the season. Stop crowning the Ravens. They're nothing, or they're not. They're
good. The Ramirez brothers are not fans of Lamar Jackson. That's why.
No, it's not that we're not fans of Lamar. I've seen this story too many times. I need to see a playoff run from him. But all right, let's get now to the Dolphins and the Chiefs. From Frankfurt, Germany. The Bratwurst. But definitely, it was an interesting game. 21-14. The Chiefs jumped out to a 21-14 lead. By the way, 21-0, my bad. Sorry. 21-0, and then they were able to kind of come back a little bit. The Dolphins did. But by the way, Mario Edwards, I think his name is. What a heads-up play to throw it back to Quinn Cook.
Oh, yeah. Little dangerous, but that worked out.
Quinn Cook had to have played like running back or something because his moves and then the speed, I was like, damn. I was like, all right, this guy's really impressive. You can tell
he's like, okay, I want to protect the football. And he's like, oh, crap, I have a lane. And he just picks up the gear.
He's boom, takes off. But as soon as Mario Edwards started getting tackled, I think it's Mario. As soon as he started getting tackled, I could tell he started turning around and he's like, what do I do? He's like, oh, boom. And then he just tosses it. But Gilbert, let me read off some of the stats to you. 20 of 30 from Mahomes, 185, 2 touchdowns. Gray was their highest. Noah Gray was their highest receiver, 3 catches, 34. Tua Tagovailoa 21 to 34, 193, 1 touchdown. Tyreek Hill 8 catches, 62 yards. Mostert 12 carries, 85, 1 touchdown. Thoughts?
Yeah, I'll start with the Chiefs here before I bash the Dolphins, who are pretenders right now. I don't want to hear from you until December. Dolphins beat a team with a pulse, okay? The Chiefs have real problems offensively, Fernando, and I did not wake up at 6:30 in the morning. I know I got my extra hour of sleep because the clocks changed. I was still annoyed that I had to watch Patrick Mahomes in the pocket wait for receivers to get open. They have no receivers out there that could get open. And yeah, I get it was Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Howard, and a good pass rush, but make a play. And Fernando, let me know if I'm kind of a little wild here, because it felt to me like Travis Kelce wasn't really trying. It felt like a game like, hey, I'm a chill a bit. You guys, wide receivers, time to step up, because when the playoffs roll around, you need to make a play. I'm not trying to get the Dolphins, like, I guess I'm not trying to discredit the Dolphins, but it seemed like Kelce was kind of like not used properly to the way the Chiefs do it. And it felt like a game like, you guys do something, and they waited and waited, and like Rice had a couple moments, Sky Moore, but I think Noah Gray was the leading leading
3 catches,
guy.
34 yards.
Like that can't happen in a game here. So when I see Mahomes, criticize the offense in a post game press conference or on the field, like he was so quick to say, we stunk today. The defense is special, and the defense is very special, but they got a bunch of problems for Fernando offensively, and I'll let you have it from there.
That defensive touchdown with the lateral was heads up. Exactly. It looks like an Andy Reid-led team. Gilbert, this is what I've been saying all season. Double Kelce, play everybody one-on-one, let everybody else beat you. I don't think you're completely wrong, but I'm not going to say that Travis kind of didn't want to do. I think that the Dolphins just pissed him off. And I think double teaming him really frustrated him. And then I think his frustration kind of takes him out of the game.
Yeah, that second half, he was nowhere.
Yeah, I don't think he's one of those guys like T.O. who would get pissed off and take over the game or do stuff like that. Like, there are some guys that they get pissed off. Tom Brady would get pissed off and he'd take over the game. Like,
they kept circling him on the broadcast, and he wouldn't do anything. He would just stay in the backfield.
I think, like you said, he was kind of more of a decoy because they knew they were going to double team him. But damn, did they do a good job. In turn, the Dolphins did a great job against Tyreek Hill. Why? Because
you mean the Chiefs on the Dolphins?
The Chiefs did a good job against Ty. I keep on thinking that Tyreek Hill's still on the Chiefs sometimes. I saw him with them yesterday. They did a great job against him. Like, they did a great job and he even said it after the game, y'all did a really good job against me. I love it. And so this is the thing, though. Both offenses struggled. I know everybody was hoping for fireworks in Frankfurt, but I knew that I didn't think that was going to happen, just because I've seen the Chiefs offense struggle. I know they had one good performance against the Chargers, but that's just because of the ineptitude of the defense and them trying to play zone against these guys.
Zone gate.
Yeah. And then you look at it on the other side, and the Dolphins struggle against good teams. You saw what the Eagles defense did to them a couple of weeks ago. You've seen what other teams have kind of done to them, good teams. They struggle against good teams. So I didn't think it was going to be that high powered. I'm not even going to go with that throw at the end by Tua. I was mind blown. I'm not even going to repeat what Dan and Dago said when we were watching it. Dan was actually hoping that Tua would pull it off and they would win the game. But yeah, no, I just thought that I think what we're seeing right now is a perfect example of, yes, the Chiefs have done a lot of good in the years past, but I've been knocking on this all offseason, going into this season. They lost Juju Smith-Schuster. They never replaced him. I was one of the belief that the Chiefs were going to look at their first few weeks and say, shoot, we need to go get a receiver. Like, go get a receiver from like a DeAndre Hopkins, somebody. Go get somebody. All they did was go get McCole Hartman, which that's nothing of what you need to do.
I totally forgot about that.
Every single week, I keep on hearing the same thing. On the Kelce podcast, I hear, we're going to fix the offense. We know it. It's coming soon. And then here comes Mahomes after the game, and he says, we're going to fix the offense coming soon. It's not a damn Marvel movie or something that, oh, yeah, hey, we're going to fix it, and boom, here we go. And don't even get me started on all the crap Marvel and all these idiots are doing over there. But it's not something that you can fix in season. I don't think. I mean, I like Rice. I think Rice is probably their best receiver, but there's just not that much talent on this team, and I think they're going to suffer. Right now, what they need to count on is the run game and the defense. That is why they're winning games, running the football and defense.
They couldn't run the ball either in Germany.
No, they couldn't. It was tough.
And that's why they won a bunch of games, because Pacheco was going off and the defense was good. If you don't have that running game, then you're very one-sided.
Not doing what he was doing, but they were able to kind of that touchdown helped. If they don't get that defensive touchdown, the game is completely different. So they're counting on the defense.
Like the Dolphins had plenty of opportunities for Allen. They punted the ball 7 times, and I know your brother's a big fan of Mike McDaniel, but can we make some freaking in-game adjustments here? Tyreek Hill wasn't working, and like they have one type of style is we're gonna score quickly, and I think I wrote like they got a bunch of home run hitters, but no chain movers. Like, can we get a guy who gets a first down?
We need to get a shirt made like that. That's a good shirt.
Chain movers here, man. Like
no. They got home run hitters. Movers. I like that.
I just hate that I kind of crossed with baseball and football. I wanted to have consistency, but I didn't. But okay, cool. I'll thank you that you like that. And I'm like, who are the guys that get you a first down? Where's the Keenan Allens at? Where's a good tight end that give you a first down? And like that's
also the Chargers are missing home run hitters.
Yeah,
they have the chain movers.
Combine the offense, and you're good there. And maybe trade the quarterback. How about that, Dan? But yes, the Dolphins. I don't want to hear from them for now. I don't know about you, but they're pretenders to me. And until you beat the Cowboys, Ravens, and the Bills in the final 3 weeks of the season, maybe I'll take you seriously. But right now, I don't want to hear from you.
That's the thing, though, Gilbert, is that they're made for the season. That's when you notice what teams are made for the offseason or for the postseason. Teams like the Bengals. Bengals don't start the years off fast. They have not started any year fast. They always start off slow and they pick it up. That's why we've always said you want to be playing your best football at the end of the season. When they beat the Broncos by 70, everybody was already saying they should book their a lot of people were saying they should book their trip to Vegas because they're going to the Super Bowl. And it's like, no, there's always one or two teams that do well at the beginning of the season that unravel. And I think the Dolphins are one of those teams that could unravel because of the noticeable weaknesses that they have. I still think that they have noticeable weaknesses on defense. I still think that they have weaknesses all over the place. I think and people are going to be like, what the hell? I think they should rely more on their run game than they should on Tua Tagovailoa.
They're good at running the football. Yeah,
they're very good. They're the number one offense in running the football. I think when that little rookie comes back, that running back, they need to focus on him and Mostert. Him and Mostert. Dedicate yourselves to running the football. I know it's not sexy. I know it is not sexy, but you need to get to running the football. You need to do that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's awesome to have yourself on ESPN and all that. What did the Chiefs discover last year on their way to the Super Bowl? We need to run the football. Isaiah Pacheco fell into their laps, and he became a good player. That he was a big reason why they were able to make it. That McKinnon was another big reason of why they made it to the Super Bowl. The first Super Bowl, the kid from San Diego, Williams, I thought he should have been the MVP, not Mahomes. Mahomes threw 2 picks, and they still made him the Super Bowl. The other kid, he had 3 touchdowns in the game. Damian Williams, the running back. He was a big reason of why they made it to the Super Bowl. So
you can't remember his name. That's why he's not the Super Bowl MVP, Fernando.
Damian Williams. No, he's from San Diego. I remember that. No, but I thought he should have been the MVP. 3 touchdowns. I mean, get the hell out of here. The other dude had turned the ball over. But they need to run the football, and that's what they need to get to. But I'm with you. Until the Dolphins can actually do something against a decent team, because they even struggled last week against the Patriots at times. They play the Raiders. Oh, okay, they're on their bye week. They play the Raiders in Miami. Oh, that might be ugly. Then they go to the Jets. They go to the Commanders. The Titans come there. See, that's the thing.
Yeah. Look at the last 3, though. Look at the last 3. That's when they get tested again.
Cowboys at Ravens and Bills. Damn. Okay. That is going to be interesting. Those last 3 games, I'm with you. That Chargers.
You better win 2 out of 3, not 1 out of 2. Like, get out of 3.
I actually like this one. Man, dude, you're bringing the fire today. I love that. I love you bringing the fire every Monday. Bring that fire because I love it. I love it.
I just watched a documentary on Netflix. They got John Gotti, so I like.
Dan wanted to watch that one. Now that's
pretty good.
Now that his season's over, he's kind of like, I want to start watching documentaries and stuff like that. So. But yeah, that's the Chiefs offense needs work. The Dolphins need work on every areas. And that's the thing. This Gilbert, for that to change, I think they need to lean more on Jalen Ramsey, who's been there, done that. He's won the Super Bowl. He knows what it takes. Remember, the Rams were struggling up until halfway through. Right around the end of November. That's when they kind of turned it on, and they got hot that year.
Super
So
Bowl? Yeah.
yeah. So that's kind of what this team needs to do. I just have seen too many inconsistencies, and I don't like the makeup of this team. So, and obviously, I'm not a big fan of the quarterback, but that's separate and everything else. Oh my god.
Yeah, just ignore that one.
Oh my god.
Shout out to House of Horns.
Oh my god. Okay, I can't. All right. The Dallas Cowboys face the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles win 28-23. Jalen Hurts 17-23, 207, 2 touchdowns. Swift 18 carries, 43 yards. AJ Brown 7 catches, 66 yards, 1 touchdown. On the other side, Dak Prescott, impressive outing, 29-44, 374, 3 touchdowns. And CeeDee Lamb just looked like he could not be covered, 11 for 191. Ferguson, 7 catches, 91 yards, 1 touchdown. Gilbert, what did you make? What did you make of this game?
Yeah, I had a few Cowboys fans come at me for that because I praised the Eagles defense, and when you list off the numbers, yeah, I look kind of silly, but this Cowboys team had numerous opportunities to get in the end zone and steal this game in Philadelphia, and they couldn't do it. Exactly. Yeah, Swift won the stat line, doesn't tell the story.
Agree.
Okay, exactly.
Agree.
The stat line where all these Cowboys are going off, yeah, you were still stuck at, I think 17 points for the longest. You got that 1 touchdown at the end, but you couldn't get the ball in there on here's the thing. I'll start here, Fernando. They had the ball on 1st and 5 on the Philly 6-yard line with 30 seconds to go. You're about to steal the game, and you go backwards from there. That is the Cowboys that we all know and know so well, Fernando.
You love and support.
Yeah, and they're right. They're always right there. I'm not gonna shy away from that. They're always right there, but then they shoot themselves in the foot. And what was weird, Fernando? People were bashing Mike McCarthy. I'm like, he didn't do anything wrong. It was his offense. They were getting a bunch of flags. They couldn't protect Dak Prescott. They went backwards. It was all set up to steal the game here. Like, it wasn't like a typical blunder here, but I get there was like a questionable illegal formation. But you had like 5 or 6 opportunities, and the Eagles had stop after stop after stop. And yeah, the Eagles are not perfect defensively. I am worried about that. The stats there are too high, but they got the job done, and the Cowboys never do. And that's what I take away from this game is like, one gets the job done and one just doesn't. They always fall short.
No, I completely agree. And the crazy part is that hit that they had on Dak Prescott, I was like, damn, okay. Like, that was by the way, somebody, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it, but somebody memed the Undertaker carrying Dak Prescott and like tombstoning him. You know that when he went, like, when he got hit, and yeah. So I was like, damn, that's crazy. But this is who the Philadelphia Eagles are. And I understand everybody wants the Cowboys. Well, no, not everybody, but some people really dislike them. But the thing is, the Eagles win ugly, and they've been winning ugly the whole season. I think that's what makes a team a Super Bowl champion. If your defense can have the boulders between their legs and
hold it down in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, exactly. And be able to really take it to the opposing team. And I really think that that's what the Eagles have shown that they've done. Gilbert, the last few times that I've watched Eagle games, they always end the same way, with a huge sack. That is key. That's why you're paying all this money to this defensive line, because they end these games with a Josh Sweat. Usually it's Hassan Reddick that ends up with the big sack at the end of the game.
He had a couple too.
But he made some big-time sacks. Fletcher Cox made some sacks. But Gilbert, that's the thing. That's what's separate. That's why when I hear, the Cowboys, this is their year, this is their thing, blah, 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 blah. They really, the boulders. Well, I had a rated G kid show. But when you're able to do that, and remember, the Eagles on that final drive, they had some injuries. They had James Bradbury went out. He came back in. But then Darius Slay got hurt and he didn't come in. So the Eagles bye week came at the perfect time for them. But man, I just could not believe the way they were able to put that team away. I know everybody's talking about this flag, that flag. you guys are complaining about the referees taking over the game, but then at the same time, you guys want the referees to take over the game. So which one is it? Like, I don't know. I just thought that it was a good win by the Eagles. I thought they did. I think that's what makes Super Bowl. That's why I still think the Chiefs are gonna end up being one of the top seeds because their defense. I think the Eagles' defense. I know that they give up big plays, but when the time comes up, they really clamp down and shut the opposing team up. And I really am impressed with them, to be honest. Oh, come on. They played two different. I mean, who did the Texans play?
The Buccaneers.
Well,
good defense, but yes, one rookie.
I had picked them to win the division, but it looks like Taysom Hill has taken over that division.
I
am not giving Derek Carr credit. Did you know, by the way, Taysom Hill has more fantasy football points than Travis Kelce does this year?
Really? Okay.
I thought somebody tweeted that out.
Yeah,
and it was
he's running for touchdowns, catching and throwing, and I know we're not talking Saints here, but you're right, Fernando. When they started using him more, that's when they finally started winning games.
Exactly. But yeah, I just think that the Eagles are a well-oiled machine. I know that Dallas Goedert went down; that's going to hurt them. But I just think that the way they've been winning football games just shows you a team that can win in many different ways. And remember, we all joked and laughed at Nick Sirianni when he had his weirdo press conference, and everybody's like, "Who the hell is this guy?" That dude is no, I'm not gonna say it, but that dude is just that dude is legit. That guy is legit, to be honest. I really like. What did you say?
I forgot, to be honest, but I say a lot of good things here, so I appreciate that.
When did I say the Chiefs are gonna beat the damn Ravens? I didn't say that.
Hey, Adir, finally a week where you get on Fernando and not me. I appreciate that.
All I said is that the Chiefs all I've been saying is that the Chiefs have a great defense and the offense just needs to catch up. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything about them beating the Ravens. It's gonna be an interesting matchup. If the Ravens can get there, it'll be an interesting matchup. But remember, I'm gonna be honest. You have to go through Daddy before you can do anything, and the Ravens haven't been able. Ravens haven't even gotten to. Well, they've gotten to the playoffs, but it's been what's his name as the quarterback, Hundley. Lamar Jackson doesn't even play because he's been hurt. So yeah,
I'm out here reading the positive comments about me while you're getting all fired up out here, Fernando.
Taysom Hill, Taysom Hill is that guy. He's him. But yeah, Gilbert, I really like the Eagles. I like the way they've played. The only thing is that they their offense, I think, stalls at times, but I'm really impressed with the way they move the football. They do a lot of good things. Obviously, it's not that high. My God,
you guys could argue away from camera, but
I didn't say on top. I said they'll probably be one. They're going to be one of the top. They will be one of the top teams in the AFC.
You're going to hear Fernando's top 5 power rankings on Wednesday's show. So hold on tight, okay? First, we got to get through Monday Night Football before we start looking forward to Week 10. Chargers.
Okay, I'm sorry. He has one less point than
We're being corrected here.
Yeah, I guess. No, I know. It's obviously good back and forth banter. I love it. I love
for Fernando here, starting off with Rogers positivity, and then now this. Come on,
there you go, steering it away.
But I don't know. What else do you want to say before we go watch Monday night?
But I think but real quick, I just think that's kind of the deficiencies. Like Dak had a great game, but you can't just do a great job in the first like. You can't do well on 3/5 of the test, 4/5 of the test, and not do well at the end.
Get in the end zone. How about that? Like stop, like, and then also stay in bounds on 2-point conversion. I know that was terrible for them, and I know also there was people who were mad about the Luke is a Schoonmaker or Shoemaker, one of the rookie who couldn't get in.
Oh, because the guy tackled him.
Yeah, supposedly he interfered, but I'm like, there was so many opportunities. Like the only time I hate people who cry about the referees is like when you had like 8 possessions to tie the game, like shut up. No, like you can't cry about the referees. Yeah, maybe it's like back and forth and like there's like pivotal play. I get it. But the Cowboys had so many opportunities, and Fernando, you're right. That defines the Dak era. I mean, the Dak Prescott era. There you go. And they're coming up short. They're playing well, and they just can't do something. But go ahead, Fernando.
Thank you. The Ravens got to prove something in the postseason. Of course, compa. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Go. Okay, fine. With that comment, that's why I have the Bengals as the best team in the AFC. There you go.
But then now Jamar Chase not being there. I'm telling you, Gilbert, this isn't
Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins can hold it down for a bit, and Drew Sample and Tanner Hudson.
I'm just one of these people that I think this year is going to be like, besides the Eagles, I think there's going to be a lot of jumping on and jumping off of bandwagons in the next coming weeks.
I kind of like that, though. It's not obvious.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You're making it seem like this is a WWE thing. Like, oh, yeah, like we don't know who's going to be the champion. Yeah. Obviously, it's not LA Knight for all you freaking LA Knight fans out there. My tribal chief stayed champion. But no, I really think that the Eagles are a good team. I think the Cowboys are good, and I think Dak Prescott's played well since their bye week. But honestly,
their divisional round good, which is every year, and I'm tired of that.
Yeah, and I know you're gonna. Yeah. Oh God, there's no Santa Claus. Jamar Chase fell. Last night he fell on his back and he kind of got up and got wobbly, and they're saying like he said he's gonna be there for his teammates. So that just basically sounds like he may be out for a little bit. So but I mean, who knows?
He was moving very slowly yesterday.
Yeah.
He got that one catch though. He was pretty good on that one.
Well, what do you think about the
Ravens?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, not the Ravens. Oh, okay. What do I care about the Ravens? What did you?
Go ahead.
No, the Eagles. I mean,
oh yeah, no, like the Eagles. I already know who they are. They're physical. I'm just impressed with the defense. I know people got on me because look at the stats that they gave up. I'm like, they did their job when they had to shut the team out of the end zone. They kept doing it over and over again. And a lot of people put the focus on the tush push and converting on fourth down, but this Eagles defense was stopping people on fourth down. And I wanted to give them credit yesterday. Like you mentioned, Josh Sweat, even Brandon Graham, the old timer, got a sack in there.
A sack and a half.
The young guy. So that's kind of like the point, right? Like you better have guys in the trenches on both sides, and that's why the Eagles are always good. So I'm not worried about them. They're clearly above the rest in the NFC. Like I'm still worried about the 49ers. Like they went on a bye week. Good bye week because the Seahawks got destroyed by the Ravens, and now the 49ers are back on top. But like it goes Eagles and then maybe the Cowboys, 49ers, and the Seahawks, and
it's like they're a mess.
It's a mess over there. But at least in the AFC, it's wide open, and that's exciting. But as you know, Fernando, it won't be that easy for the Eagles. But that's why I hate that new playoff format. When you get that one seed, man, like you're pretty much gonna roll into the Super Bowl. Because you get that advantage over the other teams. So I don't really like that right now.
Chile, I completely agree. Oh, our compa from Chile. I love that. Love that. Defense wins championships. Exactly. That's what I've been. Oh, my bad. Oh, shoot. My bad. Okay, yeah. How you doing? No, I completely agree. and I know with the Cowboys, when it comes to the Cowboys, they do this roller coaster thing. Well, we appreciate it. Hey, thank you so much for being able to jump on with us. I mean,
I love the comments, by the way.
Yeah. You really brought the heat today. I mean, we know Thier's going to bring it always, but it's great to have other people that jump on. And our homie our compa from Chile, he jumps on. Telling Dan and Dago I said he's the big homie. Oh, he's going to appreciate that one. That'll be a good one for him. He'll appreciate that. But yeah, I'm just wondering what. I mean, obviously Dallas Goedert being hurt, that's gonna kind of hurt them. Like we said, the Bengals with Jamar Chase. So I mean, there's gonna be some injuries, but that's the thing. Can you show that you're a team that can put it together even without some of these key players? That's gonna be interesting when it comes to some of these players. But by the way, I love how everybody's bitching, and I'm gonna use the word bitching about the tush push. But yesterday when the Giants tried it, did you see Max Crosby? Like he almost took the role of his linebacker, gets a running start and jumps over the pile. And I was like, damn, that was honestly great. I'm like,
you see Michael Parsons also kind of jumped in and he flew over.
Everybody's trying to pull a Troy Polamalu, but I thought that was definitely interesting. But here we go. We got a fun fact. Fun fact, Tui Pelotu's first name Tuli means fire in Finnish. As a Jets fan, I wish he won't live up to it today. Wishing for a good injury.
Oh, we got a Jets fan in the comments. Cool.
Yeah, Jets fan. That's awesome. Hey, that's honestly a very interesting fun fact. We appreciate you. See, that's the thing. You guys learn also on here. It's not just Gilbert and I spewing stuff. You learn some stuff, so that's obviously great. So we definitely appreciate that fun fact. Can't wait to see the Jets. Well, I know they play tonight, but I can't wait to see them next weekend against the Raiders on Sunday Night Football. That's going to be an interesting matchup as well. But Okay, Athir said, Gilbert, question: if the Bolts get up 14 on New York, can they come back?
They being the Chargers, right?
No, them being the Jets.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I read that wrong.
I think he's saying if the Chargers are up by 14 on New
Oh,
York, can they come back? I mean,
make it 17 and for sure, but the Jets average 14 points per game, so it's gonna be difficult regardless. So yeah, that'd be great. You get off to a hot start and you jump out to like a big lead there, then especially your first play, maybe you get the ball first and it's a scripted, drive and you get up to 7-0 lead, like that'd be big because a Jets defense is what makes this team, good. So yeah, why not?
Yeah, but again, folks, we appreciate you guys for jumping on today with us for Overreaction Lunes with the Compas. Again, great job by everybody. Thank you guys so much for being so interactive. Again, next Monday we will be back doing this. We love doing this with you guys because obviously you guys jump in the comments and let's see. Hold on real quick. Truly has that savage button on quick access. His beast mode's always engaged. I love that, man. You really did bring it today. Love it. No way the Jets can't get to 14 just throwing.
Simple and easy. I love it. Good analysis.
Exactly. But again, we appreciate you guys so much for jumping on. Don't forget to check out everything else on Compas on the Beat Network. Again, we will be back this week. Thank you guys. We will be back this week with an episode. Last week was our bye week. We will be back this week, coming back with that fire. So I hope you guys are ready for it. Again, thank you guys so much. Again, Wednesday, the episode, Gilbert, Vic, the producer, Dan and Dago, and myself will be back. So make sure you guys check that out. You guys aren't going to want to miss who I'm going to be bearing this week. So, yeah, we appreciate, yeah, exactly. Everybody hit the like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much. Again, you guys are the best. We wouldn't be here without you guys. So thank you guys so much. Well, and our parents, but that's a different story. But thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your week and have a good Monday Night Football. Thank you guys so much. Adios a Chile. Thank you guys so much. And again, you guys are the best. Gilbert, ¿sabes qué? Vámonos.
Ya nos vamos, pues. Get a new wide receiver. Vámonos.